What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. Alright guys, so we are going to jump back into more Ultimate Marvel, and guys, today we're going to pick up with Ultimate X-Men, the New Mutant storyline. Now guys, this was Brian Michael Bendis' last story. Guys, this story right here is honestly one of my favorite stories because honestly guys, this was the first story I sat down and collected every single book. When I was a kid and I was out there in the comic book store looking for every single book to read for Ultimate X-Men, this was the first storyline I collected. Like right here, it was like, yo, bam, here is Ultimate X-Men New Mutant storyline. And guys, honestly, it's a good story to me personally because we do get introduced to a bunch of new X-Men in the Ultimate Universe. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and dive into Ultimate X-Men New Mutants. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men number 40, with this book right here guys, we do pick up with Jean Grey and Charles Xavier right now arriving at some random mansion. Now, with them arriving at this random mansion, it's basically them being greeted by a lawyer and a butler. Now, the thing is though, this lawyer and butler, of course, they work for the homeowner. The homeowners are not home right now. But the thing is though, you have this lawyer kind of talk to Charles Xavier like, we are happy you're here to take the boy off our hands. Matter of fact, the Warringtons have given you a briefcase full of money. You know, this is you basically being paid to take the son off our hands. Now, the thing is though, you have Charles say, this is not some kind of financial deal. I'm not here to buy your son off of you. I'm here as a way to take this young boy under my wing, because he needs some kind of guidance. He is a mutant. He's not some young boy to be paid off to be taken care of. He needs somebody who's just like him, a mutant to watch over him. And so right before we jump over to a different setting, you do have Angel fly in. And guys, this is our first introduction of the Ultimate Universe Angel. And guys, in this universe, his parents were literally trying to pay off Charles Xavier to take their son off their hands. They're like, hey man, here's a bunch of money. Take our son away and he's all yours. Now, you do have Charles Xavier take Angel back to the X-Mansion. And of course, when they arrive, the X-Men are having some kind of barbecue. Now the thing is though guys, you do have Angel kind of walk around and everybody's kind of stunned because this is the first time they're seeing a mutant with angel wings. Most time when I say a mutant, that mutant has some kind of powers like Cyclops or Jean Grey or Rogue. If they have some kind of power of appearance, well, you have Nightcrawler, you have Wolverine with claws, but the fact that this man is walking in with a pair of angel wings on his back, the X-Men are not used to it. They're kind of like, what is this? Who is he? Is he really a mutant? Now, you do have Rogue kind of freak out a little bit because she's kind of like, this is the end time. Because now we have mutants who look like the devil, and she points to Nightcrawler and she says, we even now have a mutant that looks like an angel. You cannot tell me that this is normal. This is not normal. This is weird. This is strange. We now have mutants here who are basically demons and angels. That is not normal at all. And she said, if word gets out, people are going to freak and believe that now angels from God are mutants. People are going to freak out. Now, we do jump forward 2 days later. And the thing is though guys, we pick up with the X-Men right now watching the news, because on the news, there's reports about how the X-Men now have an angel on their roster. Now, also outside their mansion, you have a mob out there want to break into the X-Mansion because again, they have an angel on their roster. And again, Rogue called it. She says, if word gets out to the human race that mutants now have an angel on their roster, they're going to freak out because they're going to believe that now even angels from gods are mutants, that God made mutants, but to basically erase the human race. Humans do not understand that basically mutants are just humans with powers. But now they're seeing angels and demons on their roster. They're kind of like, okay, God is also a mutant. God messed up here. Something bad is going on here. God would not make angels as mutants. It turns into a religious battle, but at the same time, guys, this story is not going to be just a religious battle. Now, the thing is though, you do have Charles Xavier as the X-Men. Who did this? Who put word out there that we have, a mutant here in our house that is an angel? And Beast confessed saying, listen, I have a blog that I run online and I might have put information out there that basically we have an angel on our roster. And so that pissed off every single X-Men off. But the thing is though, before the X-Men are able to, keep yelling at Beast, you do have Charles Xavier say, well, listen, we can sit here and worry about that later. Angel flew off and somebody have to go after him. And so you have Charles say, Storm, I want you to go after him. Not because you can fly, also because Angel found you cute. But I need you to go out there and talk to him and bring him back here. Now, of course, you do have Storm kind of go over to Angel. She finds him. They do have some kind of brief conversation where like Storm and Angel are gonna bond right here, and it might seem like Storm and Angel might become a couple down the road, but that's really it, guys. For like 2 to 3 pages, it's just Storm kind of reassuring Angel that he should stay with the X-Men because the X-Men is the right place for him, and they can kind of guide him to be, a better mutant and everything. Now, to wrap up Ultimate X-Men number 40, we do jump back over to Angel flying back to the X-Mansion. And guys, this part also is really minor. It's just Angel talking to the crowd outside who want to break into the X-Mansion because, again, they have an Angel on their roster. But you do have, Angel kind of like reassure them, listen, I'm not no actual angel. Yes, I have angel wings, but I'm just a mutant, a young boy who's just trying to find his way in the world. It's Angel just reassuring the mob outside the X-Mansion that he's not a bad person. Now, to wrap up Ultimate X-Men number 40, we do jump back over to Beast. And Beast is at some random diner, and someone walks up asking Beast to join some kind of organization. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men number 41, I have to say guys, I like what Brian Michael Bendis did with this book right here. And what I mean is that, guys, when it came to the last book, Ultimate X-Men number 40, that book right there was all about Angel. But this book right here, guys, this book focused on another new mutant. And so guys, we pick up with a young boy, and this young boy wakes up. He's kind of like, okay, it's time for me to go to school. The thing is though, when he gets downstairs, his mom is not around. And that's not normal because his mom is always around when he's getting ready to go to school. The thing is though, when he does go around his house looking for his mother, he only finds her clothes on the floor. Now, he does go outside his house, and then he realized something, that he does not see the neighbors, the dogs, or the cats in his neighborhood at all. It's an empty street, and he's kind of like, this is not normal. What in the world is going on? Now, he does look down the street, and he does see that there are people down the street, and so he's kind of like, okay, cool, I'm not going crazy. People still live in my city. The thing is though, when he turns around to head towards school, the people behind him, they all just disappear. They all just disappear. And it's kind of like, did they die or not? What happened to them? And so when he arrives to school and he says hi to his friend or girlfriend or whatever she is to him, when she says hi to him, he realized something behind her. He realized something, that everybody around him is dying. Like their flesh, their bones, they're all just getting burned up completely. And it's kind of like, what just happened? Why did all these people just die around him? Now, we do jump forward, I want to say a couple hours later, and we pick up with Wolverine. And the thing is though, guys, Wolverine is walking inside some kind of cave. But the thing is though, when he does get inside the cave, he is greeted by this young boy. The young boy who just killed all those people at his school. And so you have the young boy say, "Stay away from me because I can kill you too." And Wolverine sits down and says, "You can't kill me. You can't kill me at all because I have a healing factor." Now, you do have Wolverine say, "Listen, I am an X-Men and I was sent by my boss, Charles Xavier, to come talk to you." And the thing is though, you have Wolverine tell the young boy, "Listen, you are a mutant. You are literally a mutant. And the thing is, your powers is basically you radiating some kind of toxic. And the toxic that you radiate basically kills any living organism. Any living organism tissue around you gets vaporized. That's what happened to all those people around you. You killed them and you basically vaporized them. Almost every single person around you got vaporized. Their bodies got turned to dust. And when that wind blew, there goes their body, because their body just got turned completely into dust. And so you kind of have Wolverine kind of talking to the kid throughout the night. But at the end of the book, you have Wolverine walking outside the cave. And that wraps up Ultimate X-Men number 41, leaving us wondering what happened to that young boy. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men number 42, with this book right here guys, this book is just like Ultimate X-Men number 40 and 41. And what I mean is that this book is also introducing another new mutant. Now the thing is though guys, before we get introduced to the new mutant, we do jump over to Cyclops and Jean Grey. Now guys, this right here is basically Brian Michael Bendis reminding us on what happened in the last storyline, in our last video, where Jean Grey killed 2 people who arrived on the X Mansion looking for Wolverine. And so you have Cyclops kind of like, listen, you turned into the Phoenix and you killed 2 innocent people. Those 2 men, yes, they were working for people trying to hunt down Wolverine. But the thing is though, we don't kill. I don't care if they kill someone else. We still don't kill. But you kill those 2 men because you turned to the Phoenix, because you cannot control the Phoenix at all. Now, you do have Jean Grey kind of reassure Cyclops that she's okay, she will be alright, that she can basically control the Phoenix. As long as her and Charles Xavier work together, well, she'll be able to somehow handle the Phoenix sooner or later. Now, you do have Charles Xavier call up the X-Men, and he's all like, listen, my X-Men, I need you guys to meet me in the library. Now, once the X-Men come all together, you do have Charles Xavier say, listen, I have located another new mutant that I want her to join our roster. Now, he does also say, listen, besides her joining our roster, we need to help her out because she's about to tell the whole world that she is a mutant. And if she does that, well, bad people might come after her if she goes out to the world and reveals that she is a mutant. Now, you do have Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Kitty Pryde go and meet who this new mutant is. And the thing is though, guys, we get introduced to Dazzler. Now guys, this right here is very interesting because Dazzler is still a singer in the Ultimate Universe. The only difference is though, Dazzler in the main Marvel timeline, well, she's a pop star. She's your, Miley Cyrus, your Selena Gomez, your regular pop star. But in the Ultimate Marvel universe, well, she's a rock star or a punk rock star. I don't know what kind of rock star she is, but basically, she is a rock star in the Ultimate universe. And the thing is though, guys, in this universe, she kind of has a bad attitude. I mean, she is straight up rude to anybody who confronts her, because you do have Cyclops and Kitty Pryde kind of like, hey, listen, we're from the X-Men and we came to talk to you about you trying to reveal to the world that you are a mutant. Listen, you can't do that because bad people might come after you. And the thing is, Dazzler does not care at all. Now, we do jump back over to the Xavier's school. And the thing is though, guys, we pick up with Storm trying to do some kind of like weird trick with her powers, like being able to summon a small cloud right over her textbook. The thing is though, after she's able to do this trick, she's kind of like, let me go show Beast, my boyfriend. Because guys, remember, in this universe, Storm and Beast, they're a couple. They are legit couple. But the thing is though, when Storm arrives at Beast's room, Beast is gone. Like, his room is cleared out. It does seem like Beast has officially left the X-Men. Now, guys, we do jump back over to the White House. And this is Brian Michael Bendis kind of bringing everything together, what happened in part 1, part 2, and what happening in this chapter right here is him beginning to bring everything together. Because guys, we do pick up with the White House, and we do go inside the White House, of course, and we pick up with the president. Now, the thing is though, guys, you do have the president talk to his staff, and they're kind of going back and forth on the topic of, Mr. President, you could possibly be under the influence of Charles Xavier. Because guys, remember, Charles Xavier is a psychic. And the thing is though, in the Ultimate Universe, the whole world knows that Charles Xavier is a psychic. But the thing is though, even though after like Magneto's, fake death, him coming back and the X-Men stopping Magneto once again, the president kind of told the world that we have to accept mutants. That mutants are not bad people. They are actually good people. They're kind of like human beings. You have bad and good people. So you can't hate every single mutant you see out there. And the thing is though, you have the staff who works under the president, and they're kind of like, listen, sir, we believe that you are technically under the influence of Charles Xavier. The world kind of believes the same thing. Now, the thing is though, we scanned your mind. And we were able to find out that you are not under the influence of Charles Xavier. But the thing is though, the world still believes that you are under the influence of Charles Xavier. Now, the thing is though, you do have this one person who is kind of like the leader in intelligence, tells the Mr. President, listen, you need to do something new, something different. And he says, listen, you need your own group of mutants. Because thing is, even though Charles Xavier is not under, not controlling your mind, the thing is though, people still do not like the X-Men at all. Because one, they got a demon, Nightcrawler. Two, they just got an angel. Angel, of course. And also, they have Wolverine. And Wolverine is a well-known assassin. And the thing is, though, you can't be linked to the X-Men when they have an assassin, a demon, an angel, and a few other people on that roster that have done bad things. You need to move away from the X-Men and get your own group of mutants. And so if you do that right there, to the eyes of the people, you are now working alongside with people who are not killers or demons or an angel. There are people who can legit be good mutants because they have no past records. And the thing is though, you have the chief of intelligence tell the president, I already have somebody here who is going to put together a team. And the person that he introduced is Ultimate Universe Emma Frost. And this is our first introduction of this character right here. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men number 43, with this book right here guys, we do pick up with Storm and the X-Men. And the thing is though guys, you kind of have Storm like pissed off, but you have the X-Men trying to calm Storm down. Because Storm right now, her powers are going out of control because she's angry, because her boyfriend just left. Beast just left the X-Men. And the thing is though guys, Beast did not tell Wolverine, Cyclops, not even Charles Xavier. And so to the X-Men, they're kind of like, we don't know why he left. He just walked up and left us here. We need to know why. And so you have Cyclops kind of ask Charles Xavier, can he locate Beast? Is he able to locate Beast and try to see why he left the X-Men? Now, we do jump back over to the White House. Now, guys, remember, at the end of the last chapter, we saw the first appearance of Ultimate Emma Frost. Now, the thing is, though, guys, with Emma Frost being in the room with the president and the president's staff, you do have a few security guards kind of like, we need to stop her right now. She is also a psychic. She can be just like Charles Xavier, try to influence the mind of the president, try to tell him what he should do and not do. The thing is though, you do have like the people who brought her in tell security guards, back off. She's with us. She has level 7 clearance, whatever. Like, she is a good person. She is not working alongside with Charles Xavier. Matter of fact, she's here to help launch the New Mutant program. The program that's going to help the president out to make the world believe that he's not being under the influence of Charles Xavier. This is the goal of the Chief of Intelligence, to launch a new group of superheroes of mutants. But the thing is though, they are going to work alongside with the American government. Now the thing is though, you do have Emma Frost kind of give out the roster that she's trying to pull together. And guys, we couldn't find out, one of the people that she is trying to pull into her new team is Beast. And that's why Beast left the X-Men, because Emma Frost contact Beast. And the thing is though, guys, remember, at the end of part 1 of New Mutants, we saw somebody talk to Beast. We didn't know who, but now we do. That Emma Frost contacted Beast and gave him an offer saying, listen, you can leave the X-Men behind and come join a new team. Now, the thing is though, guys, she does also introduce other characters like Dazzler. And also, guys, we do get a small glimpse of Scott Summers' brother, Havoc, Alex Summers. This is our first appearance of Alex Summers, but also we get the first appearance of Polaris. Now the thing is though, guys, you do have like a few members of the president's staff tell Emma Frost that she cannot have Polaris on her team because Polaris has the same powers as Magneto, and the world right now does not want to see someone else, another mutant that has the same powers as Magneto. Because remember, in the Ultimate Universe, Magneto was the #1 terrorist. He did a lot of horrible things in the Ultimate Universe. He killed many people. And so you have like the Chief of Intelligence tell Emma Frost, you can have Havoc, you can have Beast, you can have Dazzler, you can have whoever you want, but you cannot have Polaris on your team. Now, we do jump over to Beast, and the thing is though, guys, Beast just got a hotel because again, Emma Frost is trying to bring him into her new group. The thing is though, you do have Charles kind of contact Beast, and he's kind of like, hey Beast, why did you leave the X-Men? Now, Beast does not give us a real answer. I mean, we know why, because Emma Frost basically recruited Beast. But for Charles Xavier, he's kind of like, why did you try to leave us? why did you leave? Like, what's wrong? What happened between you and I? What happened between you and the rest of the X-Men? And Beast does not give Charles an answer at all. He's kind of like, I'm done with the X-Men. I'm out. Now, to wrap up Ultimate X-Men number 43, we do jump back over to Charles Xavier, Cyclops, and Jean Grey talking to one another at the X-Mansion. The thing is though, it's kind of like Cyclops and Jean Grey asking Charles Xavier, was he able to get Beast to come back to the X-Mansion? And the thing is though, you have Charles say, Beast is not going to join us. He is officially gone from the X-Men. But the thing is though, to wrap up number 43, out of nowhere, a chopper lands on the grounds of the X-Mansion. And the thing is though, the person who landed that chopper, who's walking up into the office of Charles Xavier, is Nick Fury. Nick Fury is here to talk to Charles Xavier. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men number 44, you do have Nick Fury sitting down with Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Charles Xavier, because guys, this is Nick Fury sharing all the information he knows to Charles Xavier. This is Charles Xavier basically getting catched up on everything we already know, but he has no idea about just yet. And so you do have Nick Fury talk to Charles and he say, listen, so for the past couple of days, Shield and I, we have been working day and night to figure out who in the world hired those Weapon X soldiers to hunt down Wolverine. We have been working very hard the last couple of days to figure out who in the world hired those people. And so you have Nick Fury say, listen, I kind of figured out who it was. It's two people who worked alongside with the president. The thing is though, their goal is to ruin the president's plan because they do not like mutants at all. And guys, remember, we saw this earlier in this video right here. The president, his main goal right now is to have a country basically not hating one another. Humans don't hate mutants. Mutants don't hate humans. Both sides come together. He wants to have peace between the two sides. But the two people that Nick Fury is talking about, they're trying to ruin that plan. And those were the ones who hired those Weapon X soldiers to go after Wolverine, to basically make things even harder for the president and his rest of his plans. Now, you do have, sorry, I can talk, guys. You do have Nick Fury tell Charles Xavier, listen, I also got word that the president is starting a new mutant program because his chief of intelligence believes that it's better for him to move away from the X-Men and basically make a new team and work alongside that team right there. And thing is, this new team can help him better bring the two sides together, the human race and the mutant race. And so Nick Fury tells Charles, by the way, one of your old students has also joined this program, and that person is, of course, Beast. But you do have Nick Fury tell Charles Xavier, listen, the person who's going to run this new program is your ex-girlfriend, Emma Frost. Guys, we come to find out that Charles Xavier was a big-time player. Besides having an ex-wife out there now, he also has an ex-girlfriend who's basically going against him. Now, you do have Nick Fury tell Scott Summers, by the way, your brother is also part of this program. Now, we do jump over to the White House. And the thing is though, guys, we do have the president and Emma Frost about to introduce to the world the new mutant program, this new superhero team of mutants to the world. And so you kind of have the X-Men there just watching alongside. They're kind of like, okay, we're just here to watch and see what happens, see this new team of mutants. And you also have S.H.I.E.L.D. watching over the whole thing. Just, they're kind of hidden from the naked eye. And so right now, almost every single person is watching the introduction of this new mutant team. The thing is though, as Emma Frost is basically, introducing to the world the new team, out of nowhere, a Sentinel appears. And this is huge because guys, we have not seen a Sentinel ever since the beginning of Ultimate X-Men back in Volume 1. And with this thing reappearing, it's kind of like, why is this thing here? Because these things were made to hunt down mutants. But thing is though, that program was shut down. Why is this back? And so you have the X-Men trying to fight against this Sentinel. The thing is though, guys, this Sentinel is like the 2.0 version. It's more improved than the last version. And so it's giving the X-Men a fight. The thing is though, to wrap up Ultimate X-Men number 44, as the X-Men are fighting against this Sentinel, out of nowhere, a bunch of debris falls down right on Beast. And Beast dies right here. Beast dies because all that debris fell on his head and body, whatever, and basically just crushed his body. And this is the death of Ultimate Universe Beast. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men number 45, with this book right here, guys, this is Brian Michael Bendis just basically wrapping everything up. He's kind of like, listen, this is the last book I'm going to write for Ultimate X-Men. It's time for me to get back onto Ultimate Spider-Man. And so you kind of have the X-Men fighting against the Sentinel. And the thing is though, guys, the X-Men are pissed off. They are legitly pissed off because their friend just died in the last chapter. Beast got killed. And so the X-Men are really just full of rage. But the one person who's angry the most is Storm, because she was the girlfriend of Beast. Even though Beast left her behind at the X Mansion, she still loved him. And now to see him on the ground dead, she's kind of like, I'm done. And she basically kills off the Sentinel. Now, of course, as soon as the X-Men were able to defeat the Sentinel, S.H.I.E.L.D. arrives and they're kind of like, cool. The X-Men just basically saved the day. They got the job done and they're already gone. Cool. Listen guys, we have to clean up right now. Let's go. Now, we do jump back into the White House. And the thing is though, guys, we pick up with the two people who were behind everything. The two people who hired those Weapon X soldiers to hunt down Wolverine. The same two people who are trying to ruin the new mutant program. And the thing is though, guys, they're kind of like, it's time for us to declare war against the mutants. It's time for us to go ahead and relaunch the Sentinel program. It's time for us to shut down the new mutant program and go after the X-Men and the new mutants. It's time for us to basically declare war against the mutants. And the thing is though, you have these two going back and forth. The thing is though, S.H.I.E.L.D. was listening. And S.H.I.E.L.D. was able to go in and arrest both of them. Kind of like, listen, y'all two messed up. Y'all knew what y'all were doing was illegal and wrong. You two are under arrest. Now, we do jump back over to the X Mansion. And this is like Brian Michael Bendis saying, cool, listen, the X-Men and the New Mutants, they're all staying together right now at the X Mansion. Now, this is only temporarily. This is not permanent, but it's the two teams coming together just to hide out because they literally just fought against a huge robot in front of the White House. And so right now, they all have to lay low. And the one place you can lay low is the X Mansion. And the thing is though, guys, you kind of have Charles Xavier like talk to the X-Men like, listen guys, I do know you lost a friend today, but we have to move forward. Emma Frost, I know you were hoping that your ways, your new team, the New Mutants would work out. It did not, but you still have to move forward. We all have to move forward because now we have to prepare ourselves for the next step. And the thing is, that step, we have no idea what it is, but we have to be ready for it. And guys, that wraps up today's video. Now guys, please leave me a like down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, let me know in the comments below. But anyways guys, I'm out of here and I'll see y'all in the next comic book video. Later guys.